Hey you, good morning. My month of March ended on a little island in the North Sea, where we enjoyed a few days of ocean sounds and the wind in our hair. Back home, spring arrived. The trees are blossoming and there are lovebirds everywhere. March was, in many ways, a stressful month. With a war on our minds and all the powerlessness and emotions that come with it, a lot seemed to be happening all at once. One of the best ways for me to get rid of stress is working in my garden. Even when I don't really feel like it, when I feel drained by daily life, and when I feel too tired to do anything, I can lose myself completely in gardening. For me, it's the best way to get out of my head and focus completely on a physical task. And once I get started, I find it difficult to stop. There's always something new to discover and do, and it's so satisfying to look back at the result. I'm sure I will show you more of my garden in the months to come, or even dedicate a separate video to it in the future. But for now, let's get back to my studio, where I enjoyed lots of sunny moments and chat a little about the things I loved in March. Let's start with a few things I brought back from our weekend away on the small island of Ameland. A shell I found in the dunes, its colors perfectly reflecting the colors of the island. A beautiful geode with markings that remind me of the ocean waves. And a lovely thrift store find. A wooden box containing a vintage set of playing cards. I did not have a lot of time for creative stuff in March, but in an attempt to clean up, I turned my attention to a large pile of old Flow magazines that had been lying around for years. It is so tempting to bring new beautiful things into your home, but it is also so easy to keep old things longer than you need or want them. So I decided to go through all my old magazines and collect my favorite illustrations so I could use them for journaling. The process was oddly satisfying and relaxing. And as you can see, the Galen leather boxes I received last month are a perfect fit to store my growing collection of illustrations. Let's move on to journaling. For the month of March, I chose 3 decks to work with, all illustrated by Will Worthington. The Druid Craft Tarot, the Druid Plant Oracle, and the Druid Animal Oracle. All 3 have a strong spring vibe to me, heavily relating to nature and the cycles of life, so they were a perfect fit for the month of March. I bought the Druidcraft Tarot after watching the 3 Fat Readers Approved episode about this deck. I already owned the Wildwood Tarot, also illustrated by Will Worthington, so I had no intention to also get the Druidcraft. But after hearing Lisa, Dustin and Danny talk about the Druidcraft Tarot, I decided it was worth trying out for the book alone, which is very insightful and interesting. I really hate the cardstock of this deck, to be honest. And I decided to remove the borders and titles and only keep the artwork. Because the deck follows the system of the Rider-Waite-Smith very closely, it is still a very easy read. And I must admit, I have grown to love this deck very much. My tarot card for the month of March was the Devil, renamed Cernunnos in the Druidcraft Tarot. The guidebook speaks of the way we humans drain our Earth's resources for our own gain, always failing to maintain balance. It's a fitting card, considering I'm doing a low-buy year, trying to be more aware of my own consumerism and wanting to be mindful about what I bring into my home. In a lovely twist of fate, Cernunnos was also pictured on the Stag card, with the stag being surrounded by birch trees, which also featured in the Agrimony card I pulled from the Druid Plant Oracle. Using tarot and oracle cards for setting intentions and analyzing my own emotions and behavior is a huge part of my practice. So when these 2 books by Andy Metzner became affordable on Amazon, I decided to pick them up. These are very chunky workbooks containing many journaling prompts and in-depth questions to help you in personal growth. Tarot for Transformation does a deep dive into the major arcana, while Journaling the Tarot Evolutions contains journaling prompts for all 78 cards of the tarot. It will take me a long time to go through these books completely, but I look forward to incorporate these into my journaling practice. Despite my low buy year, I got 2 new tarot decks in March. One was a complete impulse buy, the other I backed on Kickstarter last year. The Kawaii Tarot by Lulu Mayo is a colorful and super cute deck, and an easy read, since it is closely following the Rider-Waite-Smith system. It seems perfect for beginners. Lillifer Tarot by Marion Constantine is maybe the opposite and contains a lot of symbolism, which should require a deep dive to fully appreciate the deck. Although the beautiful artwork requires no preparation to appreciate, of course. I have done first impression videos for both decks, so I'll link those below if you would like to see more. And that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed these random things from my month of March. Oh, and remember that spring I was so happy about? This was 1 week later. So yeah, let's hope April comes with a little less stress and a little less snowy surprises. See you next time.